Hello friends, welcome to channel Reza Blade. I'm your friendly neighborhood Reza. If you enjoy or are interested in nail stamping, nail art, new product reviews, tutorials, and hopefully a lot of inspiration, that's what I do on my channel. And you're welcome to subscribe, and you might even want to by the end of this video because, spoilers, there's a giveaway at the end. I'm very excited. Sponsored by this polish. Is being given away by Beautometry and Hit the Bottle. So this one is Can You Dig It? It was in this box. Stay tuned. I'm talking about the box, but make sure that you keep going for the giveaway at the end. Okay? So today we're going to dive right in. This is the monthly subscription box that Beautometry sends out every month. It's called the My Mini Box. And today's review is going to be about the July box. So the theme is My Best Friend. Or, to say plainly, puppies! Everybody loves puppies. Or dogs. I mean, you can make your own inferences about how old each dog is on the picture. But anyway, I digress. Any links are going to be in the description box below. And the plates that are included in this box are MoYou London Best Friends Collection number 4. This is a bunch of kind of minimalist art and some line drawings of dogs and a human person loving and taking care of the dog. So it's very much fun, and I am providing a lot of examples using that plate and this plate, Best Friends Collection 03, and you can see this is more a vintage style. We've got the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel and a German Shepherd, or anyway, Cairn Terrier maybe here. And a dachshund. I used to have a wire-haired dachshund. And her name was Cleo. And anyway, so this one is more vintage, and I do like it. For this plate, I did this manicure. It is very cursive. It says, "Life isn't perfect, but my dog is." And I used the red and black because I thought, you know, sometimes people do Scotty dog kind of art and crafts in these colors. So, and I've got a portrait stylized of the dog and a rose on this thumb. Anyway, so that's that plate. And if you wanted to see what I did with this plate, there were a few different manicures, but this one I was trying to experiment with these Ard As Nails creams, and I'm really digging them. They work in an ombre, and I'll show you that when I get to that nail art. So, because this is done in those Ard As Nails polishes too. So where do I start? I probably want to start with the plates because people like finding out about the plates. So, I mean, I didn't really need to explain much about this manicure or this manicure, but there are a couple of manicures that I want to explain. So, you can see the various flowers, and I'm not sure whether that is, I didn't get a full image of him. There he is. Is he a Newfie? I don't actually know. Let me tell me about your opinion too. This could be a Belgian Malinois or a German Shepherd perhaps. And then we have a couple of doggy halves. Like this is maybe a boxer. I'm not entirely sure. But there is a boxer face on this plate somewhere. I know because I had to go back and stamp him. Where is that boxer? Oh, he's on the bottom plate right here. Well, maybe a boxer. He could be bully. I don't know. Anyway, here I go off on the tangents. We've got Life Isn't Perfect, but My Dog Is, and a bunch of little flowers, which is how I did some of the art that you'll see. And you're like, that's not dog stuff, but lots of useful, very useful flowers on this plate. Home is where my dog is. Very sweet. And dogs leave paw prints in our hearts. So that, of course, is true. Is that a is that a collie or a Sheltie? Not a border collie. I mean like a traditional collie. Anyway, you tell me. Is it Lassie or is it not? And then here is the front end of another dog. I really like how many options they have. And if you'll notice, my art is backwards because I usually do everything from my left hand, and I forgot that I was going to be wearing 2 sets of nails in this video because it's been so long since I have. Okay, so that's what I'm probably going to be done talking about Best Friends 03. Here's Best Friends 04 with all of your minimalist shapes. Remember, on these shapes, you're going to want to make sure that you use a very stiff scraper, and you scrape is the word, yes, very close to parallel to the plate, okay? And that's going to help you with those larger real estate images that we're talking about copying here. And with fine lines, what I do is I paint the whole area with just a tip of nail polish, stamping polish, and then I let it sit for about 2 seconds, like 1 Mississippi, 2 like true Mississippi seconds, right? Or however you count them. And then I scrape very quickly, and I only scrape once, and then I pick it up. And I've found that I have more luck with tiny lines with that technique than with any of the other techniques I have used before. So I hope that helps you. Here's an I love you. Here's a happy day. And then there's a best friends over here. We also have lots of leaf art in the line art. And we've got a number of different dogs portrayed. Here's the two friend dogs. Are they beagles? What are they? We don't have to identify them. I guess they could be anybody's dog. All right, I'll stop wasting your time. I'll get to the nail art, right? So I want to make sure I talk about everything that's included in this box. Best Friends 03 and Best Friends 04 I talked to you about. Can You Dig It is a brown polish that I didn't actually sample because I've done a previous video with it. I will try to find it, and then I'll link it in the description below. And then from MoYou, we've got neon pigment powder and spotlight reflective powder. And the way that I use these was on a very specific nail, and I'll show you in a bit. And then the sticky putty foil and pigment glue is awesome. And I've been using the Beautometry version of this ever since last Halloween. So you might recall those videos that I did. I hope they were fun. If you haven't seen them, they'll be on my channel. So now I'm going to show you, before I get back to this, what I found when I tried to stamp the Ard As Nails creams. And we do have stamping. So to a certain extent, I mean, if you need something really thick and like really black and pow, then you'll want to use a stamping polish. But I know a lot of people try to get regular nail polishes that they can use as stamping, which is very helpful to have multitaskers on your craft table. I've talked about that before. And Alton Brown talks about it all the time, except it's kitchen, not crafts. Anyway, so let me start now that I've told you about that awesome, happy circumstance that these polishes all stamp. Actually, the things I did on them that's gray on the other side instead of black, because I was sure that the black would not be a great choice for that one. All right, so let's talk about, I'll put these aside for just a second. Let's talk about the first mani over here, which is the metallic fall colors, kind of. I'm using the Modern Art Plate number 4. And the way I did these straight lines was with tape. But the way I did these darker lines with, oh, that's Can You Dig It, I believe. The darker lines with Can You Dig It, maybe, I believe. Anyway, the darker lines were actually from the plate itself. I just used these roundy shapes. Roundy. Well, I mean, they don't have right angles in them anyway. So, what else did I do? Anyway, so I did reverse stamping on this. And then I did an I Love You. And I'm pretty fond of the color palette, even if I'm not an autumn person myself. And here are the ones where I used those new Ard As Nails. This is supposed to be a gradient or an ombre. And the colors are just really thick. But the black stamping polish on this one, with those tiny little shapes, was the black Ard As Nails, which is called Beauty. This one is called Rowena. That's the bright red. And this maroon or dark burgundy, brown red, whatever, is Sandra. And this darkest one is Serena. Anyway, so, and let me talk about, I kind of everything you're going to get out of me with modern art is harder than it looks to make stuff look cool on a plate with modern art, but it isn't as hard as I thought it would be. So, I mean, that goes, tell me what you think of this as far as modern art or abstract nail art is concerned. Maybe it's a terrible job, and the reason I thought it was good was because it was so, is because I'm so wrong. Anyway, so that's wrong. I mean, I like these. Let's just say that. Okay, so these are, now we're getting into the individual swatches that I did on my thumbs. This is what this was supposed to be. This uses a brown stamping polish, but it's way too close to the actual color. And then I put too much of the dachshunds. I flipped one on my stamper, which I'm hearing people want me to do another tutorial of that. The last time I tutorialed that was a couple years ago, or maybe 9 months. I mean, anyway, it was a long time ago. So maybe I should redo that. Tell me what you think. And then this one is my green version of it. And I used a very dark green, almost black stamping polish for these tiny little details, which I stole from the various flowers on number 3. So anyway, that's how I did those. And we have another abstract nail. It's upside down, which I don't understand why. But this one is abstract with no dog art. I like that idea. Also, this dog, this like brush stroke here is from the stamping plate. So this is a kind of a technique, right? So you do white background, you put these on, and then if you do white stamping polish, it'll look like this. So I like that one. Anyway, here's an I Love You nail with the rose. So this uses both plates, the vintage kind of rose and the I Love You. And then here's one I think I got kind of modern with. I imagined like a plant growing up a guitar's fretboard. So I have these little shapes from that number 4 stamping plate. And, well, I think most everything here is from the 04 stamping plate. So I put extra lines there with the vine just to make it look like it was organic growth. And then I used the same green at the top fret so that it'll kind of cap the mani idea. I would do a whole mani on this. I really like this one. Okay, here's my one that I use powder. And the way that I apply powder, pigment powder and stuff, is with a very cloudy already stamp. And I use an eyeshadow pad, which I don't have right now. And I spread it sparingly across there. And then I pick up my stamp like normal after I scrape my stamping polish. And this is what you get. This is the reflective powder, and this is that bright, beautiful pink. And I put the pink inside the little daisy there too, or whatever Sangafoil it is, 5-flowered flower. It's beautiful, Reza. Anyway, so petals is the word I'm looking for. I had a little boo-boo up here when I was handling it while wet, but whatever. I like this one anyway. We have the flowers in a number of kind of pastel galaxy colors. Same thing with the dog portrait. We've got it in the violet and the aqua, which are really fun colors to combine. So let me make sure I've gotten everything done. I told you about the actual powders, but I played with them in my unboxing, and I played with them wrong. You get so much powder in this. This is such a good value for the $1. You can actually like scoop a little bit out and like maybe take some with you to travel and stuff, because this is full up to the lid, and that's not normal. I mean, like I buy art stuff from everywhere. I've never had this except with this particular. Oh, I mean, look at me. I can't close things right. Always misthread the top. Anyway. So I'm going to try to get rid of this so that I don't have to stop and restart. Thing about the powders is that, and I'll give you a better look at this one. Look at how beautiful that is. And if I open it, it will get sprinkled everywhere and I'll find it forever, because that's how sparkly things work, right? This is watertight smear-free top coat from Hit the Bottle. This is like the water-based version that like Maniology has one. It's not as good as this one. This one lasts so long. But anyway, once you use those powders, you're definitely going to want to coat them with either 1 or 2 coats of this before you try a regular top coat. It's just my procedure with powders. If you like these Ard As Nails polishes, I recommend you go follow my friend on Instagram, Nailastrophic, Naila with an A between nail and trophic. She's got beautiful, beautiful swatches. I'm always impressed with her stuff. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm guessing that I'm done, essentially, except don't forget about that giveaway. The question, the secret question that you have to answer is coming up just a second. So do please like the video, do please subscribe, and please comment. It helps me out. The more you engage, the more YouTube recommends me to people. And I have a couple of subscribers who keep saying, okay, but you know, YouTube needs to share your videos more. So I hope that this will work. It's my idea. If you want to see my next videos, like for example, who won the giveaway, do click the bell and select all so that you can subscribe to all my videos. Speaking on next videos, I'm working on some awesome things right now. I got a bunch of new polishes to swatch for you and some fun nail art for fall. And let me tell you about the giveaway now. Okay, so I have a base coat with vitamin C. I have Can You Dig It nail stamping polish from Hit the Bottle. And I know there are a bunch of people I know who are subscribed who want to try Hit the Bottle, so this might be a really fun giveaway. And here's the angled liner brush that I use for my cleanup brush. I love it. I adore it. So that is the giveaway. I might stick a plate in there if I've got one in my little giveaway box. So what is the question? I want to know if you could pick one fictional animal or animal species or whatever, what would become real that you would pick? One of them becomes real. Which would you choose? Okay. Let me know in the comments below. You can ask a pertinent like nail art question and you can still answer the secret question in that same answer. So just maybe put a space between the two. And if you have any requests for my next tutorial, also please always leave me a comment. Let me know. And that's it. So for me, I'll say goodbye the way math teachers do. Calculator.